Look, people, if you're going to order pizza and you don't have pants on, you don't need to answer the door and stick your head out and tell me to wait a minute so you can put on some pants. Just go ahead and put them on before you answer the door. I can wait. Hey, people, just a friendly reminder from your local delivery driver. If you order regularly and your tickets are usually high, let's say, I don't know, $82 maybe, and you don't tip the delivery driver, they remember you forever. Hey everyone, just another tip from your friendly pizza delivery driver. When placing an order online, please check the accuracy of your order. It'll pop up in this little window called Order Summary, usually above the button that says Place Order. This will eliminate any frustrating and confusing interactions between me, the customer service representative, and you, the customer. Like, for instance, my last delivery. The man says, "Where's my sandwich? I ordered a sandwich." I'm like, No, you didn't. And he's like, "Well, I was charged for it." And I'm like, No, you weren't. Look at the receipt right here. And he says, "Well, your online system's messed up." And I say, No, it's not. And so they start going through their bank statement and their email and their Papa John's app to try to prove you wrong that they actually did order a hoagie. And they make you stand there like, if they figure out they actually did order a hoagie and I forgot it, then I'm just going to pull it out of my butt or something. Like I got a spare one to take care of the situation. So they make you stand until they finally figure out that they were wrong and they send you on your way. Then they call the store and complain. So now I'm going back out to the same house to deliver free food to the guy who messed up his own order. You know, they say the camera adds 10 pounds, but in my case, I'm just fat. Anyway, where I live and work, it stays pretty warm throughout the year, and we have a large homeless population because of that. So they come out of the wooded areas where they camp into the urban areas where I work to panhandle for change every day. And, you know, when you get the same ones every day, it's kind of sad. They got the same signs, the same hungry, the same need help signs. You know, it just brings you down sometimes. Well, anyways, today, I got in my car and I started to pull around the side of the building to take a delivery, and the same old homeless lady was sitting right there with a sign that says hungry. So I slowed down, I looked over, and then I just kept going because I don't have money to be giving people every day. I don't even give my kids money every day. You know, delivering pizza for so long, a lot of people ask me, you know, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen, or has anybody tried to rob you or anything? And honestly, nothing that crazy ever happens, but today, I did the craziest thing I've ever done on delivery. Some homeless lady was giving away puppies, and I got one. Now I have to figure out what to do with it whilst I'm at work. I don't know what I'm going to name him yet. So I delivered to this house way out here in the sticks, and I'm telling the guy, you know, "Thank you very much, have a good night." He's like, "Oh, where's my Mountain Dew?" I'm like, "You didn't order one." He's like, "Yeah, I did." And I'm like, "No, you ordered a Pepsi," as you can see right here on this convenient little tag on the box. He says, "Well, I can't drink dark pop. It makes me sick." I'm like, "Well, that's unfortunate." And he's like, "Well, what can we do here?" I'm like, "Well, I understand what you're saying, dude, but I don't hide 2 liters of Mountain Dew in my car. So, you know, maybe order a Mountain Dew next time." And so he asked me if I'd run one back out. And normally I would not, but he tips well. So you know what? I'm going to drive 5 miles all the way back to his house and give him a Mountain Dew. But I don't like it. Look, people, how you going to tip $1? How you going to pre-tip $1? You're telling me before I even perform any type of customer service that you already are probably a jerk. You probably beat your kids. You probably watch pornographic movies after your wife goes to bed. You're probably just not a very good person. And like, what motivation do I have to do any kind of customer service? I mean, I might stop and buy a pop-on delivery and just sit and drink it. I could get me some ice cream, a twisted treat, and I'm gonna pass it. There's all kind of things I could do. I could open up your box and just roll that window down and let the air just flow over the pizza. Or I could just take yours less. Did you not think I would do that? See, if I have 2 or 3 deliveries and somebody pre-tips me $1, we already know whose pizza's going last. I don't care how old it is. Hey, it's me again. You might wonder to yourself, how do we know if a customer's lying or not when they call and complain about their pizza and they're looking for free food? The general answer is, anytime a customer calls and complains, there's like a 99% chance that they're just lying and they're bums. But Another way to tell is when they try to complain about too many things, like all the pizza was burnt and it had the wrong toppings, and the driver was like, you just know they're full of crap. Or, you know, when somebody says, like this last guy, he said, oh, there was a bunch of hair in it, man. It was a really bad experience. I'm like, yeah, sure it was. I forgot to tell the guy in the oven not to brush his hair over the cooked pizza. I'm sure there was a ton of hair. Look, people, I don't want you to be fooled by my calm, cool, jovial demeanor on here. Pizza delivery can be a stressful job, as any service job, but pizza delivery can be stressful. And I'm not talking storming the beaches at Normandy stressful. I'm just talking about, you know, job stressful. But there's a couple things I like to do in the car just to calm you down, maybe take your mind off of things. And the first one is, I like to stick my arm out the window when it's nice out and turn my hand into a happy little airplane and let him just fly around the stress and be free. Another one I do is keep a nice cold root beer in the car, and you just pull out at a red light or something, take a nice long drink, and let that sugar just wash the stress away. And last but not least, and my personal favorite, I like to find a nice, calm, cool piece of classical music and play it at a moderate volume and just kind of kick back and let the soothing sounds just wash your stress away. Long time ago when I delivered pizza in northern Kentucky, we had a little person driver, and a little person is what some people like to call midget. And this particular little person is what we call in the pizza industry lazy. She didn't do much. So one day I came in at 5 o'clock and I don't see her, and I know she's supposed to be there, and she closes with me. So I go back to the office, and there she is sitting doing nothing. And I said, it's like, what are you doing? Why aren't you working? And she's like, I swear she said this. She said, I'm not going to clock in unless you need me. I'm only half here today. Guess what? I usually don't make 2 videos in one night, but here we go. I got a situation. I drive 11 minutes out to this place to deliver pizza to this $1 million house on the water, and no answer at the door, no answer on the phone, no answer text, no nothing. I'm there for like 10 minutes. So I drive all the way back to the store because the people at my store won't answer the phone and let me tell them that something was wrong. So they call the guy, and what do you know? He finally answers. So I drive 11 minutes all the way back out to this guy's $1 million house, and he's still not answering the phone. He's still not answering his door. He's not answering text. So we're going to try the old school way. We'll see if that works. Y'all know some of these special instructions you leave on your pizza orders are hilarious. Like my last one said, leave on hay bale under carport on west side of house. And I'm like, sorry, Indiana Jones, I forgot my freaking compass. Years ago at this pizza place I delivered out up in Kentucky, we had this blind couple who were regular customers. And my first time going there, of course, I didn't know this. So I knock on the door, and then the first thing I notice is that it's pitch black inside, and the guy's shirt is on inside out. So I say, hey, I like your inside out shirt. And he said, is it? And I was like, what do you mean? And I didn't say anything. So then I said, you guys just hanging out in the dark, huh? And he finally caught on to what's going on. He's like, oh, we're totally blind. And I was like, oh, well, that explains that. I am just an idiot. You know, a lot of these pizza places, like the one I work at, have gone full-on Big Brother. I got a sign on the top of my truck with a GPS in it, and it tracks everything I do. And if I so much as look at somebody the wrong way, it'll take points off of my driver's score. And then every 2 months, they got to do car inspections where they check and take pictures of your headlights, your taillights, your horn, your turn signals. They check your tread depth on your tires and take a picture. They need a stool sample. They need a pee sample. They want everything. It never ends. Now that us pizza drivers have to go the speed limit because of GPS, we get a lot of tailgaters. So let me show you how I deal with it. Some people will just slow down, and it does make them mad, but it slows you down too, so I don't do that. Other people like to brake check. But then you run the risk of an accident, so I don't like to do that either. I've found the best way to get rid of a tailgater is to just give your car a little shaky. And that usually just scares them right off.